Start your weekend, because The View starts now. Today, Jennifer Lopez is back for another round of Name That Dance with a surprise twist. And a first look at the intense new season of Shades of Blue. And Jennifer Beals talks about bringing the blockbuster movie Taken to TV and rates J-Lo's Flashdance flashback. Hot Topics start now with Whoopi, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, and Paula Ferris. Now, let's get things started.
In the new issue of Ocean Drive magazine, supermodel Adriana Lima says her life almost took a very different turn. She almost became a nun.
What?
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's
Nothing wrong with that. I actually went on a religious retreat when I was 16. I was a senior in high school to become a nun. Little known fact. Yeah.
I was going to be a nun too. Every
I
Catholic
think
girl.
it's a Catholic girl dream.
Then
Why
you find
didn't
out
you?
there's no drinking, no cursing, no sex. And say, never mind.
I felt moved. I mean, I thought that I had a calling, and then I got home, and my dad was like, really? You had a calling? You want to be a nun? And he told me later it's because I'm an only child and he wanted grandchildren. So he kind of like
there you
discouraged
go.
it a little bit. But I thought I had a calling.
I wanted to be a teacher.
That's a calling, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too late for that. No, I say that all the time. A third grade teacher. I think it's like...
Oh, that's
I
a
was
great
a
age.
teacher. And, you know,
You'd be good at that.
I've always wanted to be an educator, but not a teacher. I substitute taught. I will never do that again. I would love
they ran laps around you.
It was awful. I remember sending a kid to detention the first day. I've always wanted to be a college professor and live in a small college town. My husband could be the basketball coach because my husband coached basketball for a long time.
That's nice.
I thought about this. No, honestly, that's what I see my life like in 10 years from now.
you're a simple girl with a simple dream, aren't you?
Raise the kids in a little small college town.
Do that. You can
Teach
still
you
do
It's
it.
artsy, and I like it. What about
I had that with my first husband.
You did?
We lived in a small town. He was a college professor. You see how long that lasted. That's exactly my life.
What about you?
What about me?
You do everything, so is there anything left?
Oh,
You once told me a great story about being an ambassador.
Yes, that's the thing I
To
like.
where?
Actually, I wanted to be the ambassador to Prague.
Prague.
I love Prague.
Why Prague?
Because Prague it's a historical city. It's a historical city, and it is the city that the Nazis preserved to show what the Jews may have lived like. And so it is an old, old city, but also there's a story, an old story about something called the Golem, where the Jews, when they wanted to break out from folks, built this rabbi built this thing out of clay that protected everyone.
Yeah.
And the genesis of all of that is in the cemetery in Prague. And so it's just just historically, it's an amazing place. But I love, you know, I wanted to also be the ambassador to Vatican City, because I think that would just be amazing.
Oh, that would be
But you know, I'm an ambassador at the UN, so that's as close
great.
as I, yeah,
That's really
you know,
cool.
and you see, it's still, I'm still here. You know, a man wrote into the Washington Post advice column because his friends asked him to be godfather to their baby, but he's an atheist. So the response was that unless he was willing to raise the child as a Christian, he should decline. So if someone entrusted you or their kids to you as godparent, would religion outweigh everything else?
I was just recently asked to be my best friend's a godmother to her second daughter, and she right away reassured me, you don't have to be Catholic, you can still do this. And I remember being torn. I right away was honored and accepted, but I thought, if this is a spiritual journey and I am times conflicted with my own faith, and how can I guide? But I thought, if you understand what the intent of the family is, and you love that child so much, which I do, this little girl's Frankie, and I love her so much, I can do a good job at knowing what they'd want for her, and I can continue to be strong in a point of guidance and support her without being a religious person for her.
It's too much responsibility to be a godparent.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is. If everybody dies, you've got to take that over. So you have to think about that.
That's not the same thing. I would take Frankie,
but to be,
that's ideally how it was established.
That's how it's supposed to be. I feel very strongly about it. I mean, I don't think that an atheist can be a godparent. I mean, you're supposed to guide the child and then eventually the adult in the way of Christ and in the way of the church. And to have someone that doesn't believe in it.
But it doesn't. But don't you think if you're the biological mom?
We'll come back. We'll be right back with more.
In just 3 days, get ready.
You are going to get some amazing special hot topics. Am I right, man?
Because we're road tripping it too.
Donald, this trip to Disney World is going to be huge.
And wait till you see who'll be there with us. John Stamos and Andy Grammer performs. Plus, Sherry Shepherd, Ariel Winter, Eric Stonestreet, Audra McDonald, Mandy Moore, James Cameron, Tom Bergeron, and chefs Masaharu Morimoto and Art Smith are cooking up the tastiest treats. Plus, one awesome performance from Train. Oh, yeah. Here comes the View, too. We're going to Disney World.
Come on, y'all.
Still ahead, superstar Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Beals are both in the house.
We were just talking about whether you had to be a Christian or a Catholic to be a godparent.
Yeah, I think you do. I mean, if you look at the canon law requirements for godparents, if you have 2 godparents, one has to be a practicing Catholic. The other one can be a witness, but not necessarily a godparent. I mean, those are the rules. And I don't understand how someone can guide your child through the faith if that person doesn't believe.
But I was raised in a very, a church-going family, and I think getting that knowledge allowed me to question it for myself.
You believe in a God, though. You're not an atheist.
And I would know, like, I think what Erin entrusted in me is she knows what I stand for and what I'm about, my virtues, my integrity, and I know that I can fearlessly guide her in the intention of what her parents would want with the church, without being a firm believer myself.
Didn't we all grow up with Vito Corleone as the godfather?
Yes.
I did make Frankie kiss my ring, so it's funny you mentioned that.
I think if you're the atheist and you are going to be the godmother or the godfather, I don't think you're endorsing or agreeing with it, but you are just respecting your friend's wishes. But on the other hand, if I am looking for a godparent for my child, I'm not going to put you in that position to try to make that choice. Because that's the most important thing. You want them to be God-fearing. And I think that is first and foremost above everything.
I will point this out. You know, I don't care if you're not of my faith. I care that you're of my thought process for my child. Now, I don't, you know, to say that you can't be a godparent because you're an atheist, if you agree to take over someone's child, you are putting that person there because you know your kid is going to get what they need. And that, for me, outweighs everything, because whatever someone's belief is, if they know how to take care of your child, that should trump everything. That's the only time you're going to hear me say that word.
Next, we're putting Jennifer Lopez's dance knowledge to the test with a surprise spin you gotta see. We're capturing all of our best moments on Instagram. Follow us at The View ADC if you're looking for a really sweet view.
let's waste no time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Lopez! You know, one of the things that we like, well, one of the things that you should know is that people have followed you, a lot of them, since they were little kids.
For so long.
And a lot of them since they were adults.
Yeah.
You've taken a lot of people through good times and hard times. And I want to point out a woman who might have helped you form all of that, because she's sitting here.
Mama.
Mama. We love to sort of point out moms and their daughters, because it's an amazing thing being a parent. We had a kid on, Noah.
Trevor Noah.
He was talking about the greatness of his mom, you know, and that moms can do everything and they take you wherever you need to go. I know that your mom was right there for you.
Always there for you.
Talk about mama.
She's clutch. I always say that she's clutch. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows your mom and daughters. Sometimes it can be like a push-pull relationship. You know, it's not like with daddy. Oh, daddy. It's different.
Totally.
And I have a daughter now, so I understand it. You know, and I have a son. So it's two different relationships. With your mom, it's just that unconditional, real love that nobody else is going to give you. And I always say, no matter what happens, like when it's clutch, Lupe comes through.
That's right.
Lupe. Like when things are hard, Lupe's sleeping next to me in the bed.
Lupe's right there.
Still, Mama also told me backstage she did teach you every dance move you have. So that was a... You said it, Lupe. You said it. Okay.
She likes to take a little credit.
But congratulations, because you were recently won a People's Choice Award for your role on Shades of Blue.
That's thanks to the people.
Well, and you record albums, sell out concerts, knock our audience out, clearly. They barely sat down. You're creating a dance show. You're the mother of two, as you mentioned. And yet you say the role of Harley is the one that's hardest to shake at the end of the day. Harley's her character.
On Shades of Blue. Yeah, actually it is. It's probably the most difficult thing that I do. Besides being a mom and not trying to don't want to mess that up. But yeah, as far as work goes, it's definitely the most challenging role for me. It's just, there's something about filming an hour drama, if anybody knows what that's like here. It's very long, demanding hours, and when you're the lead character in it, as I am, and Ray is as well, he kind of shares that with me. It's hard on us. It's hard. It's so emotional. There's every episode, as you know, with television has to have, you know, has to draw people in and make it. It's a movie. It's like making a movie every week, and it's incredibly demanding emotionally.
But you have, you're from the Bronx.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta love New York.
Oh my God.
Ray Liotta is from New Jersey.
That's right.
Please don't. And Drea DiMatteo is in this too, and she's from Queens. So we have almost all the boroughs covered with 3 tough characters.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a very New York show. We film here in New York the whole entire series. You know, we get to like run all over the city. We're in Brooklyn, we're in Queens, we're in the city, and it just has that feel. It definitely has that feel. It needs to be shot here.
Yeah, so season 2, the premiere is this Sunday. We have a little treat for everybody. We have a sneak peek. Let's take a look. You mentioned Ray Liotta. You guys have an endearing, complicated relationship, but on the show, you're forced to turn against him by the FBI. So what can we expect in terms of character development and their dynamic?
Well, the way we left off, where we left off is where we pick up. So where we left off was Harley admitting to him that it was her, that she was, you know, the informant, and him taking the rap and so she wouldn't go to jail. So you don't know if he's going to go to jail or what's going to happen, and that's where it picks up. It's like the continuation of like what's going to happen to this crew now that it's out of the bag.
Such good work. And you know I'm such a fan as a fellow South Bronx Boricua.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
So a few days ago, your twins, Emmy and Max, turned 9.
Oh my God. I know.
What did you do to celebrate?
I know, they're getting so big. That was Valentine's Day.
They're so beautiful.
That was at my first, you know, my Vegas show a couple months ago. I know. There's something. They're amazing. I can't, you know, it's hard for me to believe that 9 years has gone by since, you know, I had them. It flew by.
Yes.
Hate that part.
Just wait. Oh, just wait.
Hate that part.
Just wait.
But, you know, they're doing really great. You know, they're like little gypsy babies. They travel everywhere with me.
Do they?
Yeah. They go with me everywhere. They're homeschooled now. You know, now they're asking to be in school. You know, so that's all challenging. It's like, okay.
They want to see other kids. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, okay. And you know, so we're figuring out our lives day by day, just like everybody else, and try to do the best we can. And they're amazing. They're truly 2 beautiful little souls who bring joy to me every day.
At the recent Latin Grammy Awards, you performed on stage with your ex-husband, Mark Anthony.
And
after the performance, chanting.
I think I was throwing him out again.
Well, after the
song.
Yes, and after the performance, the audience was chanting beso, beso, beso.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the 2 of you to kiss.
Right.
And they did.
And you did.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the crowds always want you to get back together. How does that feel?
You know, Mark and I are good how we are right now. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason we're not together, but we're great friends. We are great. We are amazing friends.
together.
We were parents together, and you know, we're even working on a Spanish album together. He's working on my Spanish album. That has been even better for us because actually we met working. That's where we really are magical, when we're on stage together and stuff like that. That's where we're good, and so we leave it there.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
Because I heard the button, I was going to go, don't do it. Listen, stay right there. We're going to stay right here. We got to sell some stuff, but we're coming back, and Jennifer's not going anywhere. She's saying...
Jennifer, you are headlining a residency at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Las Vegas with your All I Have concert. Can you think of one moment this past year that has meant the most to you?
In the show?
Yeah.
In the show? Well, I mean, we've had amazing moments in the show, and so many people have come out to see it, and it's been... I was scared to take the 3-year thing, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's a lot of shows, it's a big commitment. We don't really do stuff like that, you know, we like in and out, right? And so, but it's been so beautiful and rewarding to do it, and people really love the show, which makes me so happy. But I think we had a special moment a few weeks ago, in my last run, in the January-February run. One of my dancers who's been with me for like 10 years, Tara, who's like my girl dance captain, she got proposed to on stage by one of my, who used to be one of my dancers. They went on tour with me back in 2011 and 12, and we all toured the world together. And they've been together since then, and you know, and he came to me and he was like, listen, I want to propose to Tara. And I said, are you sure? Like, don't propose her and then mess it up. You know
Exactly.
what I became mom real quick. You know what I mean?
He got your permission.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. He's like, no, I love her. I want to do. I was like, okay. We'll do it on the last
tiny
show.
little dancers.
Yes.
Little tiny dancers. Sorry, she's seen it right up, you guys. Come on.
My God.
Sarah can't help it.
Sarah can't help it.
Okay, I'm not Whoopi.
So Jennifer, you've always been a dancer, which has always
Yes.
been wonderful to watch you.
Well, my mom put me in dance school when I was like 5.
She's dying to get up
job,
here and
Mom.
dance, by the way. I see you moving.
No, she's going from the chair. She's going from the chair.
But back when you were Fly Girl, right?
Yes.
That's the old days. So now you're executive producing a new show called World of Dance.
I am. We're
Tell
doing
us
the show.
about it.
Yes, this is an amazing show. Anybody who knows about World of Dance, they're huge dance competition throughout the world. All the best dancers come out, and I partnered with them to do this show with NBC because I was a dancer.
Yeah.
And I know what the struggle is.
You are a dancer. Come on.
And, you know, I know the struggle that it is. And to dance, you have to love to dance. You love it. That's why you do it. It's not a lot of money. It's, you know, it's people don't know that. They think, oh, they're up there with, you know, whoever, Lady Gaga and J-Lo and Beyonce and all these people, and they're making like it's a hard life. It's a hard life. It's a passion. And so we decided to create this show, and it's $1 million prize. It's like the only place you can make $1 million is as a dancer.
Yeah. It's incredible.
But beyond that, you know, you get to be called the best dancer in the world, and we had people come from everywhere. We have people from Colombia, we have groups from Korea, we have groups from all over, all types of dance on the show. It's amazing. It's beautiful, and I love it. From France, from everywhere, United States here, and it's an amazing competition. You see the best dancing.
Is it funny for you to see the moves that you created for In Living Color come back in a different
It's funny. Dance progresses in such a funny, you know, way. It's like, I don't know that things have come back, but they've kind of evolved.
You know they've come back.
It's always come back.
You've seen what those kids are doing, and you look and say,
it's gotten more athletic and more like it's become more amazing. To me, it just like grows better and better and better. I love watching the evolution of dance, and you definitely see it on this show because it's traditional stuff like there's salsa groups, but then there's like the latest hip hop groups or contemporary stuff that you've never seen. You know, not so much modern but contemporary. It's all different stuff. There's so many different things, and it's so exciting.
You talk about the evolution of dance, but you really paid tribute to dance from several decades ago. I want to talk about your music video for your song, I'm Glad. And in it, you paid homage to Jennifer Beals and Flashdance. Why did you decide to honor her?
You know,
I know. Why did you decide to go there with this video?
You know, it was I don't know if you guys know who David LaChapelle is. He's an amazing photographer and director. Very visionary. And he just had this idea. He was like, I think we should just do Flashdance. Like, you're a dancer. We should just do, like, Flashdance. And I was like, so you mean, like, Flashdance inspired? He's like, no, we should do Flashdance. I was like, okay, you know. He wanted to do that, so we did it, and it was so much fun and awesome.
You know, it reminds you of what dancers really, you know, you can't fake dancing.
No.
You have to actually do it.
Yeah.
And so it's fantastic. No, you just have to you can't, you know, there's so many things where you can see actors, people come out and say, I want to be an actor, and then they go out and they just, you can't do that with dance.
Yeah, you have to actually be on the beat.
Actually be on the beat. You got to know what you're doing.
That's a perfect segue because I think I'm a really good dancer, so I can totally relate to you, but you're definitely like a little better than me, so we want to play a game that we played with you last time.
I remember this game.
Called Name That Dance.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I hope I can live up to Raven on this. That girl's epic.
Raven's good.
Raven's amazing. We're going to put 60 seconds seconds on the clock, and between the both of us,
we're gonna try to do.
Yep, you don't get a dance
last time. Does anybody?
I think
remember?
you did a really good job.
Yeah, you did.
I want to beat my last one. I was like,
you only missed one, I think.
But we have to get 10 dance moves correct so that one Jennifer Lopez fan in the audience can win 2 tickets to your. The All I Have Vegas show, which will include round trip, airfare, and a 2-night stay at Planet Hollywood. Now, are you ready? Because we did bring in just a little help for you. Not that we doubt your skills. Come on in, Jennifer Beals.
What do you think about her reprisal of your role that we just saw?
She had better hair. I loved it. It was such an honor.
So great to have you,
I just don't know when you sleep.
I don't know either.
I don't understand it. You're so amazing.
Okay, guys.
Okay, all right.
As J-Lo says, let's dance again.
Because the music sounds.
She is pretty good. You're good at this. Oh, single lady. Oh, Thriller. Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. Anytime. What's his name? She got 8. You're awesome.
Most top 10 ever.
I'm sweating, guys. I'm sweating.
Sorry.
We need you to pick a number between 1 and 180 to see who in our audience will win 2 tickets to your All I Have concert at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino.
Okay. From 1 to what?
To 180.
Okay.
Do it.
72? 72.
Jennifer Lopez. You can catch the season premiere of Shades of Blue this Sunday night. Check your local listings. Jennifer Beals is sticking around, so we'll be right back.
So Hot Topics on The View are only getting hotter.
Here we go.
And everyone wants to join this party.
I was so excited to be here. I love you guys.
So how much do you love us, Howie?
I'm gonna spoon you. I'm gonna spoon you.
You never know what'll happen on
The View.
The View.
The View on ABC. Let's go.
We are back with Jennifer Beals, who's showing off her moves in a pulse-pounding new series that's a prequel to Liam Neeson's big screen blockbuster. Oh my God. Whoa! So, welcome back to Jennifer Beals. That's intense.
It was more intense than you know.
Really?
Wow. Yes, because after that car flipped over, then we continue the action where my character is supposed to get out of the car and pull her out. And they said, you know, the car's going to be on fire on the top.
Just a little warm.
Just a little bit.
Fire.
And I said, can I see what that looks like? You know, I didn't want my hair to catch on fire. And so they showed me, and I said, but nothing inside the car, right? And they said, no, nothing inside the car. So I come around, you know, we're doing the action. I come around, and I go to pull her out, and where I had been sitting burst into flame. And the flames are licking her leg and by her face, and I start swearing like a good Southside Chicagoan. And I get so adrenalized that I pull her out. She's screaming. And by some kind of crazy miracle, she had not one burn on her. But we were both so traumatized at the end of the day of work. She's like, I need wine. And I'm like, yeah, and I need guacamole.
And see, that's why I didn't become an actress. It's the fire.
Well, you're starring in a new series, Taken. I saw it yesterday. It's fantastic. It premiered this week. It takes place 30 years prior to when the movie series begins. Were you familiar with the Taken films?
Yeah. Well, I was familiar with the first film, and after I saw it, I kind of wanted to be Liam Neeson.
Yes.
You know, that feeling where you can do anything.
So powerful.
You will be taken.
Really, really
See, I thought you said you wanted to be in Liam Neeson. That's what I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking. I saw Taken. I was like, yeah, I want to be inside you right now.
all of Liam Neeson's by that, but okay.
Tell us a little bit about the show, because it's just fantastic.
Well, it's the origin story of that Brian Mills character. So it's kind of like in the Spider-Man movies where you get to see Spider-Man learn how to use his web. You get to see Brian Mills learn how to become a hero. You know, he has his particular skills, but, you know, what does it take to become that character that he becomes in the films? And he has to learn all kinds of things. He has to learn strategy, he has to learn how to work together as a team, because really being a hero means, you know, being able to do something for someone else. So.
You've been acting since you were a teenager. I don't want to ask you how many auditions you've probably sat in and participated in, but have you ever had one of those nightmare audition moments?
Yeah, and I didn't realize it was a nightmare until I left, because my agent, there was a film where we only got the sides because they were keeping the film super secret. And my agent told me it was a comedy, and I was looking at the material going, gosh. Look like comedy, but okay. And so I go in being all, you know, what I think is comedic, and it turns out to be this incredible drama, like dead serious drama, and I just thought, oh God, what did they think I was doing in there? But it's okay. It turned out to be a beautiful film, and I was not in it.
You were not in it.
Her choices are really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, she took a big risk.
But you're in another movie.
Yes, I'm in a film called Before I Fall.
Before I Fall. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's a really beautiful film. It's with stars Zoe Deutsch, who plays Sam Kingston. She plays a senior in high school. The structure of the film is kind of like Groundhog's Day. It's sort of like a Groundhog's Day meets Mean Girls in a way, where she's part of this mean girl group a little bit. She doesn't, you know, do terrible things, but she's a bystander, so she's implicated in the bad behavior, and she is forced to relive the last day of her life.
Right.
And I play her mom. Yes, it's based on the Lauren
book. Yeah,
Oliver
I love
book.
this book.
And she has to learn to right her wrongs. She has to learn to realize that she's not defined by her flaws. And I'm her mother, and I see her going through this difficult time, and I'm trying my best to help her and love her through all this. It's beautiful.
It's a spectacular book. It's a spectacular book.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're crying, you're crying.
Yeah.
Like happy tears, like you're so grateful you want to call the person you love immediately.
Yeah.
Well, kind of in a same sense of leading a child. We were talking earlier about godparenting. I don't know if an atheist could ever be a godparent.
Oh, I think so. Because you're teaching values, you know, and I don't think...
Are you a godparent?
I am a godparent.
I am too.
I am a godparent, and I enjoy it, because you have to, I don't think values and ethics are the exclusive purview of religion.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, in fact, that's where religions all come together, is through teaching values.
Moral compass, that moral compass.
That's what I said too.
Well, a big thank you to Jennifer Beals. See her in Taken Monday nights, and in Before I Fall in theaters today. We'll be right back.
All next week, Hot Topics are feeling some Florida heat when the ladies invade the House of Mouse on The View from Walt Disney World. It's a week of superstars, surprises, and Hot Topics with a dash of Disney magic.
Welcome back. So it's Friday. That means next week when you see us, we will be down in Disney World in Florida.
Yeah.
which is kind of wonderful. So are you looking forward to go?
I am.
Yes.
I'm going on that roller coaster. I want
You're going to go on a roller coaster?
Yeah, what's it called? Mountain
ride
something
rides?
mountain.
Everest.
I love rides.
Really?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to Disney, Joy? When's the last time you went to Disney?
A few years ago, we went down for the show. I went down there to do a field piece.
Do you ride rides?
Yeah.
Scary
I
ones?
love rides.
I ride and I like everything. I like being in Disney. The kids are there, and people try to get frowns on it, and you can't because you're there. You're just there to have a good time. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a great time. Some people who never want to ride rides are gonna be on rides, and they don't even
You're coming on that space.
No, I'm not getting on it, Joy.
Get on the rock and roller coaster.
We're
You
gonna
will love
eat
that.
everything and everyone inside.
bueno. Now you're talking.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great fun. Listen, thanks for coming out for us. Thanks for watching us. We want you all to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy the view. And remember, when you see us on Monday, we're gonna be in the sun, child.
Jumpstart your weekend, because the view starts now. Today, Jennifer Lopez is back for another round of Name That Dance with a surprise twist. And a first look at the intense new season of Shades of Blue. And Jennifer Beals talks about bringing the blockbuster movie Taken to TV. And rates J-Lo's Flashdance flashback. Hot Topics start now with Whoopi, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, and Paula Ferris. Now, let's get things started.
In the new issue of Ocean Drive magazine, supermodel Adriana Lima says her life almost took a very different turn. She almost became a nun.
What?
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's
Interesting.
nothing wrong with that. I actually went on a religious retreat when I was 16. I was a senior in high school to become a nun. Little known fact. Yeah.
I was going to be a nun too. Every
I
Catholic
think
girl.
it's a Catholic girl dream.
Then
Why
you find
didn't
out
you?
there's no drinking, no cursing, no sex. You say, never mind.
I felt moved. I mean, I thought that I had a calling, and then I got home, and my dad was like, really? You had a calling? You want to be a nun? And he told me later it's because I'm an only child, and he wanted grandchildren. So he kind of like
there you
discouraged
go.
it a little bit. But I thought I had a calling.
I wanted to be a teacher. I
That's
still
a
do.
calling, too.
Yeah.
It's not too late for that.
No, I say that all the time. A third grade teacher. I think it's like,
I was a
great
teacher.
age.
And, you know,
You'd be good at that.
I've always wanted to be an educator, but not a teacher. I substitute taught. I will never do that again. I would love
they
to.
ran laps around you.
It was awful. I remember sending a kid to detention the first day. I've always wanted to be a college professor and live in a small college town. My husband could be the basketball coach because my husband coached basketball for a long time.
That's nice.
I thought about this. No, honestly, that's what I see my life like in 10 years from now.
you're a simple girl with a simple dream, aren't you?
Raise the kids in a little small college town.
do that. You can
Teach
still
you
do it.
Artsy, and I like it. What about
I had that with my first husband.
You did?
We lived in a small town. He was a college professor. You see how long that lasted. That's exactly my life.
What about you?
What about me?
You do everything, so is there anything left?
Oh,
He once told me a great story about being an ambassador.
Yes, that's the thing I
To
like.
where?
Actually, I wanted to be the ambassador to Prague.
Prague?
I love Prague.
Why Prague?
Because Prague it's a historical city. It's a historical city, and it is the city that the Nazis preserved to show what the Jews may have lived like. And so it is an old city, but also there's a story, an old story about something called the Golem, where the Jews, when they wanted to break out from folks, built this rabbi built this thing out of clay that protected everyone.
Yeah.
And the genesis of all of that is in the cemetery in Prague. And so it's just, just historically, it's an amazing place. But I love, you know, I wanted to also be the ambassador to Vatican City, because I think that would just be amazing.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Well, you know, but you know, I'm an ambassador at the UN, so that's as close
That's great.
as I will. Yeah,
That's
that's really
cool.
you know, and you see, I'm still here. You know, a man wrote into the Washington Post advice column because his friends asked him to be godfather to their baby, but he's an atheist. So the response was that unless he was willing to raise the child as a Christian, he should decline. So if someone entrusted you or their kids to you as godparent, would religion outweigh everything else?
I was just recently asked to be my best friend's godmother to her second daughter, and she right away reassured me, you don't have to be Catholic, you can still do this. And I remember being torn. I right away was honored and accepted, but I thought, if this is a spiritual journey and I am at times conflicted with my own faith, then how can I guide? But I thought, if you understand what the intent of the family is, and you love that child so much, which I do, this little girl's Frankie and I love her so much, I can do a good job at knowing what they'd want for her, and I can continue to be strong in a point of guidance and support her without being a religious person for her.
It's too much responsibility to be a godparent.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is. If everybody dies, you've got to take that over. So you have to think about that.
That's not the same thing. I would take Frankie,
but to be,
That's
feel
ideally how it was established.
That's how it's supposed to be. I feel very strongly about it. I mean, I don't think that an atheist can be a godparent. I mean, you're supposed to guide the child and then eventually the adult in the way of Christ and in the way of the church. And to have someone that doesn't believe in it.
But don't you think if you're the biological mom,
we'll come back. We'll be right back with more.
In just 3 days, get ready.
You are going to get some amazing special hot topics. Am I right, Meg?
Because we're road tripping it too.
Donald, this trip to Disney World is going to be huge.
And wait till you see who'll be there with us. John Stamos and Andy Grammer performs. Plus, Sherry Shepherd, Ariel Winter, Eric Stonestreet, Audra McDonald, Mandy Moore, James Cameron, Tom Bergeron, and chefs Masaharu Morimoto and Art Smith are cooking up the tastiest treats. Plus, one awesome performance from Train. Oh yeah! Here comes the view to We're going to Disney World!
Come on, y'all.
Still ahead, superstar Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Beals are both in the house.
We were just talking about whether you had to be a Christian or a Catholic to be a godparent.
Yeah, I think you do. I mean, if you look at the canon law requirements for godparents, if you have 2 godparents, one has to be a practicing Catholic.